Here's what a narcissist does when they realize they've lost the real one. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating topic of narcissism and exploring what happens when a narcissist realizes they've lost. Get ready, because this is like solving a challenging puzzle. When narcissists realize they've been defeated, it's a huge wake-up call. It's not just about losing one relationship. It's a moment of reckoning that forces them to see how their actions have negatively impacted every aspect of their lives. They begin to understand how their selfish behavior has led to widespread damage. Narcissists are skilled at manipulating emotions and often hurt others without even realizing it. They leave behind a trail of lies, broken relationships, and emotional wreckage. This damage becomes glaringly obvious, even if it wasn't noticed at first. Hitting rock bottom is a significant wake-up call for narcissists. Suddenly, they are no longer the superior beings they believe themselves to be. They are just ordinary people. Reflecting on the chaos they've caused, the pain they've inflicted, and the lies they've spun, they feel regret. They learn the hard way that living a life built on deceit and manipulation leads only to emptiness. Recovery is not easy for those hurt by a narcissist. It takes strength and courage to face every painful memory. Reclaiming your sense of self and the power they took from you will require time and effort. As you heal, you might ask yourself, can I forgive a narcissist? After all the harm they've caused, is forgiveness even possible? Before forgiveness can be considered, a lot of healing needs to happen. Breaking free from the trauma bond, making new connections, and possibly starting anew are all part of the process. Let's be honest, forgiving a narcissist is like expecting horses to appear out of nowhere. These manipulative individuals drag you into the darkness and break your heart. If you had known their true nature, you would have kept them out from the start. Narcissists thrive on chaos and leave a trail of destruction wherever they go. They are fully aware of the mess they create as they move from person to person. But eventually, they have to face the consequences. It's satisfying to see them finally confronting their actions. However, it's hard to see the positive side when you're still entangled in their deceit. You might have hoped they would acknowledge their wrongdoings and make amends. Unfortunately, narcissists only care about themselves. Ending a relationship with a narcissist is challenging because they don't simply move on. They're like scavengers, waiting for the perfect moment to leave you vulnerable. It seems they're always on the hunt for their next target. Sometimes they reminisce about the good times, but it's just a ploy to keep you hooked. To them, you're nothing more than a trophy to flaunt. If you're divorcing a narcissist, prepare for a battle. They recognize your value and won't let you go easily. They see you as their primary source of attention and admiration. To maintain their grip on you, they'll prolong the breakup process. Dealing with narcissists can be incredibly draining. They excel at sapping your energy and time, often without you even realizing it. Let me break it down. Narcissists are fully aware of what they're losing when you break up with them. They recognize what made you special, even though they never acknowledged it. Throughout your relationship, they were always calculating their moves before, during, and after their time with you. You were their rock, standing by them through good times and bad. While you saw kindness and generosity, they saw opportunities to exploit your love and support. They never truly understood the depth of your feelings or the significance of your support. To them, you were just a pawn in their game, a tool to achieve their desires. When things fall apart, guess who comes crawling back? That's right, the narcissist. Have you heard of Hoovering? It's a manipulative tactic they use to suck you back into their chaos. Maybe they're lonely, or perhaps they missed the benefits you provided. Your emotional support, financial assistance, and constant attention. They knew you could boost their egos and make them feel good whenever they needed it. But don't be fooled. They're not returning because they miss you or regret their actions. It's just another ploy to regain control and manipulate you. They'll use every trick in the book to pull you back into their web of deceit. Let's be honest. Narcissists rarely take responsibility for their actions. It's unlikely. Sure, they might look back and realize what they've lost, but taking responsibility, that's not part of their playbook. In their twisted view of reality, they're always the innocent ones, while everyone else is to blame. Think about it. Did they ever say sorry from the bottom of their heart? And even if they did it really make sense? In their hearts, they knew that the words they used to talk about change were empty. They begged for another chance. You put everything into the connection, but they only took from it without giving anything back. Do you remember how it all began? The fast-paced romance and electric chemistry. But as time went on, the spark died down, which left you confused. Did they stop being interested? Find a different goal. It's a secret, but if everything seems too good to be true, it probably is. Once they had you interested, they started to trick you. They were very good at getting to know you, and you kept falling for it. You were always looking forward to a text from them. But over time, those texts stopped being so serious. They were busy with someone else while they left you hanging. Did you ever wonder why? They have already set their sights on a different goal. They can't get out of this loop until someone does, or until they move on. They'll understand what they'd lost in time. Everyone around them loses relationships because of their bad behavior. People figure out what they're doing and stop including them. Who are those long-time friends? Most likely just being used. As time goes on, their true character becomes clear. It's just how they work. They destroy relationships without giving it a second thought. Why is it that some people can't tell when a narcissist is lying? It makes no sense. Some people may know the truth, but they don't say anything because they don't want to be the next target. Some people may not spend enough time with the narcissist to get to know the real person behind the act. It's really that easy. There is a lot of chaos going on behind the scenes that no one can see. That's when the ego stops being nice and turns into a real nightmare. They are always smiling and being nice in public because they want to keep up the impression that they are perfect. However, when they're not around, they use you as a target for their emotional, spiritual, and financial anger. They believe they have lost you but won't say it because they are too proud of themselves. It's too bad they didn't treat you like the great person you were. The good news: you're stronger and more robust now that it's over. You're stronger than ever now that you've picked yourself back up. This is a bad time for the ego. While they're out making trouble for other people, you're doing great. They'll finally have a moment of clarity and understand how badly they messed up. They let a wonderful person go. Keep your head up, remember how great you are, and stay true to who you are. You can do this, and you're not the only one. Wishing you a path of health and growth.